G'day, welcome back to Fading Margins. Well, this is the first of what I'm going to entitle Roadtrip Reviews. So the kit you're going to see over the next series of videos will be stuff that went on a 2-month road trip to the United States. We did a fair bit of camping, probably a bit over a third of the time. That doesn't mean the kit wasn't used on the days we didn't camp. Some of it worked, some of it worked really well, some of it worked less so well. And I'm going to give it to you warts and all. First item I'm going to talk about today is suddenly, it seems to me anyway, maybe it's just what I watch, is trending. It is my Trangia 25 with a few little changes. And this is precisely how she went in this orange bag and how she came back. So here she is in all of her splendid glory with a few add-ons, and I'll unpack that for you in a sec. The other thing I took was I left the original Trangia grippers at home, and I think these ones are from Camp. Pretty sure they're from Camp. I got these from Firebox stoves years and years ago. I think they're quite nice. As you can see, they have a flat grip, both front and back, so they should wear the pan less instead of having the leading edge. And they were great. And I kept them in this little, stop them rattling, stop the battle rattle. It's just a little muslin bag that a knot and knife comes in. So let's turn the camera down, show me. You can stop looking at my ugly mug and actually look at the kit. Hang on a sec. Okay, so everybody's seen a Trangia. You all know what they look like. This is the 25. The 27 is smaller. My original one that I bought was a 27. It's only my wife and I going, but I'm not a fan of miniaturization. I catch myself calling bullshit when I see somebody with a 500ml cup saying this is my cook kit. I mean, what are you going to cook in a 500ml cup, I ask you? You may heat water, you may hydrate noodles. Is that cooking? Well, that's perhaps a philosophical question. Anyway, as I say, it was a road trip. We had a vehicle. We didn't have to worry. I wanted something that I could live with for 2 months, and I settled on this. Not the 27, not the Mini, and but with a few changes. So the first change you notice is I opted for the sauté pan. I saw this perhaps maybe a week and a half before I left on a channel of my mate Red Swede Outdoors. I thought must have. This is something that has been long overdue. It's got a non-stick surface, as you can see around the edges here. This is worn off. It was not brilliantly finished, I have to say, when I bought it. You can see I had little hairs around there. They've all now gone with wear and tear. You can see the bottom has copped a bit of a hiding with the heat, and the inside is not entirely non-stick. Tends to stick a little bit in the middle. Need to use a little bit more fat to keep it running. But we cooked out all sorts of stuff, and you can see if you look really carefully, I don't think you can make it out. Where is it? I can make it out. Anyway, there's a little scratch in there somewhere. But we cooked all sorts of stuff in this, from like sautéed vegetables. I did steak for 3. New York strip. I don't even know what a New York strip is. It looked very much like a sirloin to me, but you know. Anyway, cooked them beautifully. What else I cook in here? As I say, vegetables, meat of various kinds, burgers, buffalo burger, sausage, eggs, you name it. It all got done in here. It stood up really, really well. It's got a little bit of warp on it. Doesn't lie flat anymore. I'm not a fan of non-stick, but this is holding up okay. Yeah, would I recommend it? Yeah, it's definitely a step up from the short one, because of the depth of it more than anything else. If I could have it in hard anodized, I'd be happier. And you can see there on the outside it's starting to chip. a little cutting board. I didn't really use this very much. I used it for on occasion for straining things. Didn't actually use it as a cutting board, although I have used it, as you can see on there. You can see on there. I have used it as a cutting board in the past. I took a couple of large, very thin, flat cutting boards of this similar material, and they just sort of folded up in the bottom of the bag. And that was the thing with this trip, is that we were doing two things that are not necessarily very compatible. One was we were flying, and then we were driving and camping. So I had to take bags and mats and tents. We still had to be and cooking equipment, and still be underweight, which we managed. It was a bit dodgy coming back because you accumulate stuff, don't you, when you're away? But we managed. So, you know, as usual, there was no problem with that. And the great thing about it is it protects you don't have to keep that silly little piece of plastic sheet that they issue you with, because this does the job for you, multi-purpose and all that. Scourer. This is one of those scourers that fits the handle. They're very good, although perhaps not for in a camping environment, because you then need a bag for them, and if you leave them more than a day, they've got to stink. Right, inside, what do I carry inside? Well, this is I never used this at all. There's two things in here. One is this allows you to fill a more empty gas canister from a fuller gas canister. Having bought it, I'm still struggling to work out. Oh, that's right. I have a lot of big ones. I use it to fill the small ones, because the small ones are as expensive as the big ones. And this is a converter. If you get French camping gas or something like that, it allows you to use the standard fitting. Didn't use it, still carried it. There's a little pouch. This, again, this is something that came from firebox stoves. I think I don't know if it does them anymore. I just use it as a sort of catch-all. And this was my principal tool for cooking, my heat source. It's the original Trangia. I must have taken the plate off at some stage, I guess. I've had this for 20 years. Still going strong. Still, you know, and that's the thing. Buy it once, buy well, buy it once, and you don't have to go back time and time again. And I would unpack this. We make tea. And the thing with the Trangia, when you've got a gas fitting, is that they're extremely efficient. Setup time's a bit longer than, say, a jet boil or something like that, but they are really, really efficient, and in all conditions. You're not going to suffer from the wind at all. This is a pocket rocket. It just rides in there as a sort of standby. It's a spare. It's the old one, as you can see. Like the gas converter, it went along. I don't think it got used once. Didn't need it. So that's the bag. Now, getting down to weight weaning to get yourself on the plane without having to pay the extra $90 or £90. I opted for, this is an original. This original kit, it was all aluminium. I've sort of upgraded and fiddled with it over time. This is the 1.75 litre hard anodized aluminium pan. Boiled vegetables in that, boiled eggs in that. I think I boiled eggs in that in a hotel room, in the bathroom, with the fan on, with the curtain well drawn, the window open, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know if I did. Well, I'm not owning up to it anyway. Brilliant, sturdy. Perhaps I think more sturdy than the frying pan. Did the job. I only took the one. There was two of us. You have to make some sacrifices. I'm not prepared to try and cook for two people in a 900mm Snow Peak for 2 months, and that was the key thing for me, was can I live with this for 2 months, and will it survive being kicked around in the back of the car, being bundled up when a snowstorm rolls in and you've got to get down off the pass, which happened to us. All sorts of stuff. is it up to it? And I am pleased to say that the Trangia 25, as I took it, with just the one pan and the sauté fry pan, absolutely nailed it first time. Right, I'm not going to put this together. You've seen it all before. There's thousands of guys out there dribbling on about the 25 and how to put it together and all the rest of it. If you can't work that out, you should read the instructions. It was absolutely marvellous. 2 Snow Peak plates in titanium, because why not? I issued my wife with her own eating irons. I had my own, and that worked out fine. So we have a plate, you get a steak on there, you get some veggies on there, you get a couple of courses, come back for more. We actually lost weight, both of us, while we were away, but not because we didn't eat well. And that's the sum of it, really. Now, you're thinking, well, he's taken a Trangia. Where's the burner? Well, here's the burner. And I took a new burner because flying regulations are really strict about fuel and Lord knows what else ever since 9/11. So I took a new one. It's not new anymore. This is just wear and tear from being used. I think she burned out once. I brought her home. I washed it out. Still smells of denatured alcohol. And denatured alcohol is good stuff. You can buy it in the States in Home Depot, places like that. It's not expensive. It's not boutique at all. You just go in there and say, excuse me, I need some denatured alcohol, and they'll just take you. They're always really helpful, and they'll take you to the aisle and show you where it is. I bought it a litre at a time. As I say, I didn't use it in the Trangia. I used it in something else, and I'll talk about that in another video, because we took this, we took another unit for tea and coffee making. Well, actually, we took one for coffee making because my wife's a junkie on coffee, and we took I took something else because I just had to, because that's the romance of it. But this got plenty of use, absolutely, and it was really nice in the morning. You get up, it's quiet, nobody's come out of their RVs yet, and you can put this on, and by the time you've done everything else you've got to do, fiddled around, gone to the John, the kettle's boiled, and you're good to go. Right guys, that's it, just under 10 or 11 minutes. So that's my first review. The Trangia 25 with a few modifications. Absolutely brilliant. 2 months on the road, never let us down, not a peep. And a 20-year-old gas burner to keep us going. Right, until next time, I wish you health, happiness, and every blessing to Stephen Freddy Margins, and I'm signing out for now. Bye-bye.